Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Super Quick Learn. In this video, we will be talking about AWS Storage Gateway Service. This is an important topic for hybrid architecture that AWS provide. There will be a few questions in associate certification that will have storage gateway mentioned. So either in the question or as part of the solution in some answer options. So it is essential for you to understand AWS Storage Gateway if you are planning to write AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate exam. So let's talk about the storage gateway. Let's see what is storage gateway. It is a hybrid cloud storage service offering from AWS that gives you access to unlimited cloud storage. So you are planning to move your storage from on-premise to cloud or need backup, that you can use this service to serve that purpose for you. It connects on-premise software appliance with cloud storage service and provides secure and seamless integration between on-premise and AWS infrastructure. It allows to store data in AWS in secure and most cost-efficient way. You can run a storage gateway on multiple platforms, that is on-premise as virtual appliance or in AWS as EC2 instance. Deploying on EC2 instance helps in disaster recovery scenario, where when if say you in disaster recovery your data center is offline, then you can use EC2 instance as a backup for your storage gateway. By default, storage gateway uploads data using SSL and provide data encryption address, so your data is safe while you are migrating from your on-premise to storage gateway. Let's talk about the different type of storage gateway. So AWS provide different options under storage gateway. These are file gateway, volume gateway, and tape gateway. And volume gateway also comes in two different variant, that is cached volume and stored volume. So depending on your requirement or depending on your current architecture or depending on the architecture that you are going to deploy on AWS, you can choose which of this particular option or which of this particular variant of storage gateway is useful for you. And this understanding of this all storage gateway is also useful when you are writing the AWS certification exam, because you might get a question and you might get a different option which has different storage gateway. So you have to select which one is suitable for that particular scenario mentioned in the question. Let's talk about the first one, that is file gateway. File gateway is used to store and retrieve objects in AWS S3, and it uses NFS and SMP protocols. You can either use NFS 3 or 4.1 protocol or SPM 2 or 3 protocol. You can access data directly in AWS using AWS Cloud Application or services. And since data is unloaded in S3, you can utilize all the S3 offering. Example, lifecycle policies, cross-region replications, and versioning. In short, you can consider this as a file system that is mounted on S3. Now, let's quickly look at the architecture. In this diagram, you can see that a storage gateway is hosted on customer premises and can be connected to AWS infrastructure through various medium. That is either over internet using direct connect or through Amazon VPC. After the file gateway is activated, you create and configure your file share and associate that share with your Amazon S3 bucket. Files returned to a file share becomes object in Amazon S3 with the path as the key. There is one-to-one mapping between file and object, and the gateway asynchronously update the object in Amazon S3 as you change the file. Objects are encrypted with Amazon S3 server-side encryption keys. All data transfer is done through HTTPS. The service optimizes data transfer between the gateway and AWS using multi-part parallel uploads or byte range downloads to better use the available bandwidth. Local cache is maintained to provide low latency access to the recently accessed data and reduce data egress charges. CloudWatch matrices provide insight into resources, use of the VM, and data transfer to and from AWS. And you can also use CloudTrails to track all the API calls. Next storage gateway type is volume gateway. This provides cloud-based storage volumes that you can mount as ASCII devices on your on-premise application server. These are available in two variants, cached volume and stored volume. So first let's talk about the cached volume storage gateway. So in this type of storage gateway, data is stored in Amazon S3 and only frequently accessed data is copied or cached locally for quick access. Since you are storing your data in S3, this option is cost effective, and also frequently accessed data is cached locally. That make it low latency data access solution as well. The storage gateway cache volume can range from 1 GB to 32 TB, and each gateway configured for cache volume can support up to 32 volumes. That will be the total storage of 1024 TB. So after install the storage gateway software appliance on a host in your data center and activate it, you use the AWS Management Console to provision a storage volume backed by Amazon S3. You can also provision a storage volume programmatically using the AWS Storage Gateway API or maybe AWS SDK libraries. You then mount these storage volumes to your on-premises appliance services as SKSI devices. In the gateway, there are two types of storage as shown in the diagram. Cache storage acts as a store for low latency frequently accessed data and as on-premise durable store for data that is waiting to be uploaded on S3 from the upload buffer. Cache storage should always be larger than the upload buffer. Upload buffer acts as a staging area where gateway store the data while preparing to upload to S3. You can take incremental backup of storage volume in S3. These backups are also stored in S3 snapshot. Even though the data is stored in S3, you cannot access the data using S3 API or other tools. Stored volume is another type of storage gateway. In this case, the complete data set is stored on-premise for low latency for the complete data set, and asynchronously backup as point-in-time snapshot is stored in S3. This provides inexpensive and durable backup option for your on-premise data. So after you install the AWS Storage Gateway software appliance on a host in your data center and activate it, you can create gateway storage volumes. You then map them to on-premise direct attached storage, that is DAS, or storage area network, that is SAN disk. You can start with either new disk or disk already holding data. You can then mount these storage devices to your on-premise appliances server as SKSI devices. As your on-premise applications write data to and read data from a gateway storage volume, this data is stored and retrieved from the volume's assigned disk. To prepare data for upload to Amazon S3, your gateway also stored incoming data in a staging area, which is referred as upload buffer. You can use on-premise DAS or SAN disk for working storage. Your gateway uploads data from the upload buffer over an encrypted secure socket layer, that is SSL connection, to the AWS Storage Gateway service running in AWS Cloud. And this particular service then stores the data encrypted in Amazon S3. Another type of storage gateway is tape gateway. Tape gateway provides a cloud-based virtual tape storage. You can cost effectively and durably backup data on Glacier or Deep Archive. A tape gateway provides a virtual tape infrastructure that scales seamlessly with your business needs and eliminates the operational burden of provisioning, scaling, maintaining a physical tape infrastructure. So having a tape gateway on cloud is a better, easily maintainable solution than having a on-premise tape gateway solution. If you archive a tape in Glacier, you can retrieve the tape typically within 3 to 5 hours. And if you archive the tape in Deep Archive, you can retrieve it typically within 12 hours. So you should understand the difference between archiving in Glacier and Deep Archive. This might be a point to think when you are choosing the options in your answers while writing the exam. After you deploy and activate a tape gateway, you mount the virtual tape drives and media changer on your on-premise application server as SKSI devices. You create virtual tapes as needed. Then you use your existing backup software application to write data to the virtual tapes. The media changer loads and unloads the virtual tapes into the virtual tape driver for read and write operations. So this is the another type of storage gateway that is provided by Amazon. So here our discussion about storage gateway ends. From certification perspective, you basically need to understand the various offerings that AWS Storage Gateway provides and in which scenario which gateway should be used. For associate exam, you don't need to know the implementation in detail. I hope this video helped you in your certification journey. And if you think this video helped, then please like my video and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. And if you have any feedback or if you want to have any video on a particular topic, please comment and I will prepare a video on that topic. Thanks for watching. Bye.